Alright, hey guys, this is Winkley here, and I have Dangly here as well. He's laughing already, but we're gonna start a new topic, and we're gonna have a debate type of thing going on here. So we're gonna upload videos pretty often on different topics that we debate about, and we try to see both sides, and we argue, and you guys can write in the comments what your opinions are. So Dangly, what is this week's topic?
Alright, pro sports.
Alright, and what's your take on pro sports?
Alright. See, the thing is, I'm kind of a biased opinion because I play sports and watch sports, but I think we both...
Alright, well, I do too.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
What pro sports do you watch?
I watch paintball occasionally.
That's where we disagree.
Alright,
I disagree, that's not a pro sport.
Why is
If
it
that's
a pro sport?
Cheerleading's a pro sport.
Yeah, but cheerleading's not competitive.
Yes, it is.
Like paintball. No, I mean you could judge cheerleading. Like it's led by like people who could say, all right, yeah, no, that you get to eat. Like that doesn't count as a pro sport.
Yes, it does. What are the Olympics then? What are the Olympics
what?
then? That's what the Olympics is. I'm still judging you for a sport.
Yeah, but they're legitimate things.
What do you mean legitimate things?
Well, a lot of those things aren't a sport. Like, do you see that shit they do with the shuffle?
You know what's funny?
I don't know what
you're
the hell
talking
it's
about curling.
Curling, yeah. That's not a sport. It's in the
a
Olympics.
sport
It's not a sport though.
in other places.
Well, I mean that's opinion. So, but wait, what I want to talk about is what gets me the most aggravated about pro sports is when people get obsessed with them. Like if their team loses, like they get in a bad mood and they get pissed off, or if they win, they're like super happy. Like I don't understand. You know what I don't understand? If they all like we live in New York, right? If the Giants died in a plane crash tomorrow, it would not affect our lives in any way. Wait, what? Yeah, what'd you say?
So you're saying that if sports that cause people to get so obsessed they get in bad moods is a bad thing?
Yeah, I don't see the point in that. I think that's dumb.
If you're taking that case, why take pride in anything that you do? If there's a chance of failure, why would you bother with anything?
No, what I mean is if they win or lose, like it doesn't affect us in any way. How?
Alright, the way I view it is I am a Knicks and a Thunder fan for NBA.
Okay.
I can't stand LeBron James and anything that the Heat stand for. Like the Heat are like clearly like a bad, like you know those movies where the bad guy is clear who the bad guy is and people can't figure it out.
Right.
That is like the enemy of the NBA, and people just don't understand that. Like, and the fact that they win, everything is so clearly rigged to allow them to win.
You know, I agree. I think
you don't even watch the sport, and you.
No, I think that all pro sports are pretty much rigged. Because if that's the case, why wouldn't the same teams just win every year? Like,
That's badly balanced. That.
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, I understand they draft players and they switch different rosters or whatever, but like at least some teams will come out on top almost every time, which usually isn't the case, except for a few years.
Like right now, the Heat are on top, right? LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. They're adding more people onto their list, but as they're doing that, teams like there's a new team called the Pelicans. Every year they suck and they keep getting like last place, which puts them in a great position for like the first or second draft pick. And using that, a kid from college who's tearing apart every college game he's in, he's now on that team. So little by little, they start working their way up. When LeBron James finally fucking gets dethroned and shot or something, I don't really care. When something happens to LeBron James, all of a sudden the Heat start declining. Guess who's there? The people who all of a sudden draft picks up the ass. Like, you know how in baseball, all you hear is the Yankees, like greatest dynasty ever, greatest sports dynasty in the history of anything?
Yeah.
For example, the Yankees are considered one of the greatest dynasties of all time.
Okay.
They're not worried about their draft picks, so they don't really care about who's in the minor, who's in their like lower, like the AA, AAA.
I get that, but what bothers me is I feel like there's too much money involved for there not to be some kind of like, something somewhere where it's not 100%.
Something's a little shady about it because, for example, I don't know, like. The Yankees always have been known as a team that's been rich, and they have a lot of money, and they could spend a lot of money on whoever they want. That's why they've always been good. So right now it's looking pretty bad for the Yankees because all their players are overpaid and they have nobody else other than those few top players. But they have money, so when those guys get old, like Derek Jeter's gone, Cano's gone, A-Rod's gone, no matter. They have money.
Yeah, I guess. But listen, I don't want to change the topic, but I was just thinking, you know what? Like, I mean, bringing it back to kind of like the beginning when I was talking about. Did you ever go to like Applebee's the night of like a big like football game, and you get that one drunk moron at the bar screaming at the top of his lungs because the guy threw the ball in the wrong direction, and like he raises his blood pressure and seriously gets annoyed over that. Like I never understood that. I never
Nick,
got that.
So when somebody comes to you and says, "Nick, I don't understand why my laptop's not working," and you're like you have a little spark in your head that goes off, why do you get so mad about that?
I don't.
No, you don't.
I try to fix it.
Exactly.
Well, it depends how dumb it is.
Like, for example, not to mention names, but let's say a certain person couldn't figure out a CD player that doesn't play DVDs. Why is my DVD not working in my CD player? You're going to tell me that you didn't get mad at that?
Yeah,
okay.
I was a little bit annoyed,
So now you're going to tell me why people who are paid millions of dollars do stupid things for the... They're paid to play a game and they're doing stupid things. Why would you not be mad about that?
Because it doesn't affect me.
You know those kids in school that have like, they're like, bro, yo, man, I don't need a school, man. I'm just gonna go all the way and make $1 million LeBron James style, right?
Yeah, they think they're gonna play like football and baseball for the rest of their lives.
Every single one of those kids is a Heat fan. Just keep that in mind.
Well, maybe it's because the Heat's the best team right now.
The Heat, okay, that's a term we call bandwagoning. When it's when a team starts getting good, and when you're dedicated to a team, you're dedicated to that team. If they suck, they suck. Like, for example, I'm a Jets fan.
Right.
They have blown for the shut up. They've blown for the longest time.
Right, now this season they're doing
No,
good.
they still suck. They're just getting really lucky in the fact of who they're playing. Today they got blown out by the Bengals because the Bengals have some form of an offense. I'm not going to get into that, though. But let's just say I hate every one of those kids in the school who are like, bro, LeBron James, greatest player ever, man. You don't know basketball. Meanwhile, they were a Clippers fan last season because...
But, sometimes, I don't know personally. I don't know if LeBron, how he plays or whatever, but... Sometimes with certain things, there is somebody who is undoubtedly the best. Like, for example, rap. I mean, nobody can argue that Eminem isn't the greatest. Well, I mean,
for example, right? That's it. Let's say you're like, all right, I'm going to start liking, let's say, the Thunder, right? The Thunder make it to the finals. The Heat make it to the finals. So right now, the way I see it, because I'm a Thunder fan and I hate the Heat, it's me versus every moron in my school. When the Thunder lose that day, right, and you go back to school and every kid there knows you're a Thunder fan because of your phone case, what do you think? How do you think that day is going to go?
I mean, I guess it's a little
okay,
embarrassing.
Thank you, Nick. So there is a reason.
But if you didn't, establish yourself as that from the beginning,
why would you not?
It wouldn't be an issue.
It'll give you something to look forward to in the day.
Well, I'm neutral. I don't care either way. So that's just
like,
that's,
okay.
let's
Let's say
I take it.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell you like. All right. Remember when Apple came out with made a huge? Let's say Apple, right? You like Apple, right?
Okay. I like some of their products. Yes.
You used to like Apple. You used to be a big Steve Jobs guy.
Yeah, I like Steve Jobs. I like what he did.
Associated with Apple. People thought Apple. Nick.
Well, somewhat. I'm very disappointed in the recent iPhones.
Yes, okay. I'm disappointed in a few things that Thunder have done. People don't take the time to realize that they hear Apple, they think Nick. They hear Thunder, they think Steven. Let's just say Apple, they fucked up on a few things. People go to you for it. Nick, why'd this happen? Nick, don't you like Apple? What happened to Apple? Why does it suck?
Well, you mean personal, like hey Nick, I can't sync my contacts?
Okay, yeah, Apple fucks up. Like, let's say, you know how Apple service has been going down?
Yeah, the iMessage.
Okay, well, when people come to you asking why iMessage isn't working anymore, you have no control over that.
I just say you're using an iPhone. You gotta deal with it.
You just know it's part of the thing you like. So when my team loses, that's just part of the thing that I like. I have to suffer people saying, "Oh, why'd this happen? Why did the guy not shoot.
Yeah, but what I mean is I don't get angry when iMessage stops working. I just laugh at people for making a dumb choice in a phone. I mean, years ago, if you were to buy an iPhone, it was the phone to have. It was a great phone. But now today, people are buying it because it's a fad.
They're bandwagoning.
Exactly.
Yes. So basically, what they're saying is the same exact thing I'm talking about.
Yeah, I guess it's
All right.
very similar.
So what's the issue here?
No, I just think we went way off topic, but I I just don't think that it matters what happens in pro sports. I mean, you could have a team that you like and you enjoy watching and you look forward to it, and it's something nice that you might enjoy. But I don't think letting it ruin your week or like raising your blood pressure over it is that important.
I'm kind of making each thing stand for something. When the Thunder lose, it doesn't really matter when it's against a team that I don't care about. I'm like, oh, Thunder lost. That sucked out. Right? There's always next game. But when I turn on the NBA channel, right? Let's say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I turned it on this weekend actually, right? That's
right.
What's that? That's ESPN. When I turn on NBA TV, today there was a half an hour. No, wait, it was yesterday. It was a half an hour special on the OKC Thunder. It's like a team preview of 2013 season, right?
Right.
And you're like, oh, it's going to be great. It's giving you like a look into all that. Like, they're like, oh, after losing in the playoffs, they go through the whole thing. They show you what's to come, who's working on what. And I'm like, yes. Right after that, I was all happy. I'm like, yeah, Thunder are going to do it this season, right?
Okay.
As that show ended, it said, and now presenting a 2-hour movie special starring LeBron James, the Heat's rise to a championship for the second time in a row.
I know, that's probably very
And you
funny.
see the guy that you hate kissing the championship trophy, looking like an asshole, clearly didn't deserve it, and everyone's like, greatest player of all time. He's better than Michael Jordan.
I know, I just don't think that I mean, alright, I can understand why you get aggravated at that a little bit, but that's still not talking about, like, those idiots
yes,
at
I am,
Applebee's.
because I would be one of those idiots at Apple. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings and the Thunder in the playoffs, and they're playing the...
Remember I shut off all the
No,
TVs?
no, let's not go to that. They were playing the Grizzlies. Westbrook was out. Westbrook was injured. I knew they had no shot. So that was like watching my team die. And as that was happening, I'd go on Twitter and be like, bro, he just demolished this last place team in the playoffs, man. Bro, greatest team ever. Congratulations, you beat a team that shouldn't be in the NBA. How do you feel?
Alright, I think we should stop it here. We'll let people comment in the comments their opinion on the topic and recommend future topics. Anything you want to say before I
think this went
end
really
this?
off topic. We didn't answer what we were debating.
That's alright.